Right now, you're probably planning your next 5, maybe 10 years. A career, a family, retirement eventually. But what if that timeline didn't stop at 80? What if it kept going? Past 50, all the way to 200 years old? Not immortal, just very, very long. Here's what that would actually do to you. First, the math. 200 years means you'd outlive your parents, your children. You'd be alive for 8 generations of your own bloodline. The century you were born in, ancient history to everyone else. Every friend you have right now, gone. Every celebrity, every leader, gone. And you're still here, ordering coffee. Here's the first thing that breaks. Love. Marriage was built for a 40 to 60 year lifespan. At 200, you'd outlive multiple spouses, multiple best friends, entire circles of people replaced again and again. Grief stops being a chapter, it becomes a roommate, one that visits every decade or two, on schedule. Some scientists think this, not the body, is the real reason evolution capped human lifespan where it did. Not fragile bones, a fragile mind. Now, the money. 200 years breaks compound interest completely. A modest savings account, left alone for 150 years, could grow large enough to break an economy. But you'd also have to work far longer, retire at 65, and you'd need 135 more years of income. You'd reinvent your career 5, 6, 7 times. Not by choice. What you trained for at 20 might not exist by 60 or 100. Finding your passion stops being a one-time thing. You'd have to keep finding it over and over. Now zoom out. What happens if everyone gets 200 years? Birth doesn't. Housing, food, every system, built on the assumption that people eventually leave to make room for someone else. Some researchers argue death isn't a flaw, it's a feature. The thing keeping the whole system balanced. Take it away, and the system doesn't hold. But here's the part nobody expects. Your brain doesn't actually store 200 years of memory. That's why time speeds up as you age. Less new, less memory, less time, even if the years keep counting. So imagine your 150th year, feeling exactly like your 40th. Same routine, same world, nothing new. Would you actually feel like you'd lived 200 years? Or would you just feel stuck? 200 years old, but only 40 years lived. So, gift or curse? Maybe the number was never the point. Maybe what matters is how much of it is actually new. A short life full of new moments might feel longer than 200 years on repeat. So here's the question. If you could live 200 years, but every decade felt exactly the same, would you take the deal? Let me know below.